This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat for. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the Knicks. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the Knicks. And like just a better match shift that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? He bursts pipes. Let's talk about it, man. Kevin Durant had 17 points on 5 of 5 shooting. What's impressive about the fact that Kevin Durant returned was just the simple strength that Kevin Durant was able to be so highly efficient. This is what makes Kevin Durant such a unique gamut on the basketball court. This is what makes Kevin Durant the true alpha extraordinaire that he is, governed by true alpha economics on the basketball court. Kevin Durant doesn't have to play in 2 calendar months, but can come back and still showcase efficiency. Sport told you guys, man, he's the most efficient basketball player the NBA's ever seen. 50, 40, 90 walking gazelle. This guy right here knows how to put the ball in the basket. This guy right here knows how to be your locomotive Superman on the basketball court. Kevin Durant is the leader of the Brooklyn Nets. There is no such thing as where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, if Kevin Durant is not there. Because Kevin Durant is the gamut. Kevin Durant is everything. And without Kevin Durant, there is no Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets exist because of Kevin Durant and the ideal that Kevin Durant got to the team. You guys have to understand, Enos Sport educated you guys on this when it comes to basketball. There's option 1, option 2, option 3, and then the sum of all parts. But before you get your team, you have to establish your option 1. If you guys remember, Sean Marks, the Brooklyn Nets, they basically ingratiated option 1 in Kevin Durant. That's how they were able to ensure that the team was able to be locked in the way that it was. Because what people got to understand is Kyrie Irving was a package deal, but he was a package deal in so much so that Kevin Durant was going to be there because Kyrie Irving is an option 2. Kyrie Irving has moments where he can basically transmigrate or transform Transformers more than meets the eyes into an option 1 in moments, in situations. But he is not a full-time 24/7 365 on a dot option 1. That road, that delineation, that distinction, that gulf, that separation, that responsibility belongs to Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant is the full gamut. Kevin Durant is KD Trade 5. Kevin Durant is Mr. Do Me and I Chill. Kevin Durant is the Durantula. Kevin Durant is the Slim Reaper iteration. Kevin Durant is the guy that's the 50, 40, 90 walking gazelle. The guy that comes back to restore the natural order of basketball. The guy that is the natural order of basketball restorer. And you saw that in the game when his mom was there. See, and this is what the mom's role is. To be there and to support and to nurture. Even when the man hits adulthood, this is what moms do. They basically cheer on their sons. They support them and they nurture them. But their role is not to be a father personality, a father figure, a father-like role model. That's not their role. See, Kevin Durant had that. And the guy that he has that's governing his affairs, that's a father personality, a father figure, a father role model with Rock Nation because he's showing Kevin Durant how to govern his affairs. Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a perfect example because he fell up under Rock Nation, so Jay-Z is father figuring him. Jay-Z is father personalitying him. Jay-Z is father role modeling him. And Jay-Z is acting as if he is a father in the home. See, you get that. And then Kevin Durant, his relationship, from my understanding with his father, it has rekindled over the years. It's gotten better. It's gotten closer. So he's able to get that. He's able to get that, basically that close quarter contact with his actual father. We saw this with the Golden State Warriors when he signed with them. That was his dad. The guy that looked just a little bit older than him. The guy that was just a little bit chubbier than him. That had the gray hair. That was Kevin Durant's father. And you could see the resemblance. You could see that the resemblance was uncanny. You could see that he was the father of Kevin Durant. And that Kevin Durant's seed came from him. See, this is what people got to understand. This is why God is so powerful the way that he is, because he creates beings that have purpose and abundance, mindset, confidence, have dominion over the earth, that are supposed to be fruitful and multiply. But you see the genetic code line. You see basically the simile that's drawn. And this is what Kevin Durant has. And this is why Kevin Durant is absolute and resolute in his decision making. But if it was just Wanda, his mom, that was there, Wanda Durant, then Kevin Durant would be in a precarious situation. He would be like LeBron Ramon James. This is why LeBron Ramon James makes pure fucking beta supreme moves. This is why he's a high octane beta, aka alpha wannabe, because it's just a mom. This is why LeBron pouts, just like a female would. This is why LeBron James acts emotional and gets frustrated easily, just like a female would. Because men shouldn't be jealous. That's a female trait. The jealousy that LeBron James showcases to Kevin Durant, it showcases to you a guy that had fatherlessness. But we see with Kevin Durant in his return, what it's showcasing to you, and like he knows the sports said, and the prediction keeps that when it was all said and done, these guys were going to come back right before the playoffs were going to start, because he knows the sport is the final authority on basketball. He knows the sport understands basketball at the highest levels, the highest degree, and the highest order. And what did he tell you? At the pinnacle of understanding the sport, that these guys were going to come in a few weeks out so that they can get themselves back in conditioning, get themselves back in shape, because this is how you do it, so that you can prime yourself for the real NBA season, the NBA playoffs. James Harden is no longer necessary. He can take his 10 days off because he did the heavy weight lifting. He did the heavy hitting that was necessary, that was a prerequisite for the regular season, that got the Brooklyn Nets. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Because when Biggie said it, he didn't ask a question. He made an emphatic statement that Brooklyn Nets are exactly where they need to be at, because where Brooklyn is at is where Brooklyn is at. So in this most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-teller fashion, we have to ask ourselves, what is the underlying and undercurrent here? Kevin Durant came in, dropped 17 points, 5 for 5, but there was also a passing of the guard. So you guys missed this, but this is for the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these basketball streets. Those that have what we call the true basketball eye test. There was a passing of the guards. Kevin Durant to Zion Williamson. The who got now and who got next. That's what we saw there. And how Kevin Durant was not pushed by Zion Williamson. Look at the background. Kevin Durant was able to hold his own, because see, Zion Williamson couldn't maul Kevin Durant over, because he knows the sport told you guys Kevin Durant has underrated strength. This guy can bench 315. I've seen him do it 3 times. And that's not no regular feat for no regular person. That's somebody that's strong as fuck. Just like Kevin Garnett was. These guys are lanky, they're skinny, but they have a lot of strength. They have a lot of girth. They have a lot of mass in the skinniness that they have. They're skinny strong. If you guys ever heard that term, that's what Kevin Durant is, man. Kevin Durant is a bona fide true alpha extraordinaire governed by true alpha economics. He's here to basically showcase to you guys what a real NBA season is all about, what a real NBA title is all about, and what real basketball denotion is all about. Because when it's all said and done, where Brooklyn is where Brooklyn is at. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. If the NBA is smart, if Adam Silver is smart, if all of the Rudy Poo and Plum Plum brains, classic Dolce and troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, NBA competition teams are smart, bend the proverbial fucking knee, kiss the ring while you at it, and hand that damn ring over to where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Because when Biggie said it, he didn't ask a question. He made an emphatic statement. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the truth-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the eggs. I keeps the foot on the eggs. This is Sport. Check it out.